Sorry about that.
There we go.
There's Kathy.
Hi.
Hi, Kathy.
Hi. I'm in my car.
Are you driving?
No,
You're just sitting.
I tried to use my tablet in the McDonald's parking lot, but it wouldn't let me. I
Yeah.
thought I was in and I had my password and everything, and then it said it wouldn't do it. So I don't know. So I was going to read the agenda thing off my phone and use my tablet, but that didn't work.
Yeah.
So I'm sailing blind.
That's all right. I do that all the time.
I do too.
Looks like the sun's shining down there, is it,
Yes.
Kathy?
Yeah, yeah, it is.
Okay.
It is.
Oh, I see a red truck.
Yeah.
I think we're live on YouTube now.
Okay.
Jeff? Okay, so
Probably should stop the idle chit chat then, right?
let's go ahead and call the meeting for the February meeting to order. And we have a note that the one board member that's not here is in the process of logging on. So there's nobody absent, so we don't need to do anything on that. So did you have a chance to look at the minutes from last week's meeting?
Yes.
It looked fine to me.
They look good to me.
Same here.
Okay, so we'll go ahead and approve those minutes from last week as produced. Did we have any correspondence or public participation this evening, Jeff?
No, we do not.
Okay, and so I guess we're just going to go right into the Director of Fiscal Officer's report.
Okay, so everybody should have the January 2021 financial statement in front of them. Our total revenues were 49,603.16. The PLF this year has been coming in over budget so far for January and February, so that is a good
Good.
sign. And I see Brian is logging on now.
Okay.
So we'll see how the budget turns out. Right now, it's looking like what they're putting in there right now is an increase for libraries, just based on tax revenues being up. Now, that doesn't necessarily, right now, I think it's set so we don't stay at 1.7. We would go back down to 1.66 as far as total general fund revenues and our percentage that all libraries get. But what we receive will actually increase a little bit. Now, I mean, there's a lot of time between now and the end of June, and they have a lot to hash out. So we'll just have to wait and see how that all turns out. I do have one donation to report, February 19th, donation jar unrestricted, and it was $65.16.
So we need to have a motion to accept that money.
So moved.
Do we have a
Linda.
second?
I second.
All right.
Brian, thank you. Hi, Brian.
Moved and seconded.
Good.
All those, roll call, we have to roll call.
You could just vote. Well, don't worry about it. I think.
Okay, so all those in favor, please say aye.
Hi.
Hi.
All those in favor, please say aye.
Hi.
All those opposed, say same sign. No, the motion passes, then we take the money.
All right. It does show that our January general fund was down 17,794.36 for the year, or for the month. But I think, that's generally how it is until we have any taxes from our levy come in during later in the year. So I'm not too worried that we're down that amount right now. Page 2, you'll see our expenses broken down by the month and then by category there. Our total encumbered right now is 204,487.38, and we've spent about 6.5% of our total budget through 1 month. So it's on track. Page 3, our general fund balance is 858,896.81. Sorry about the phone. Building fund 274,784.69. Major repair fund 113,125.86. Technology fund 15,234,46. And then all funds, $1,262,041.82. And then our checking account balance was 22,683,91. We did have a number of expenses over the monthly average. In January, on top of page 4 there, we paid our Dolly Parton that we do every year. So we just pay that all up front annually. And we got some summer reading program supplies. So that's why supplies was over. Professional was our first quarter CLC dues that we paid. And the same with the interlibrary loan. That's our first quarter transportation for CLC. Computer services is our annual PeerNext contract. Dues and memberships, we paid our dues and memberships for Rotary Club, the Chamber, and then OLC. And refunds and reimbursements. We had some card member service fees. They received our check late. We mailed it on time, but it took the post office services about 3 to 4 weeks to get it there. So we have switched that over now to pay online. So we shouldn't have that moving forward. Park National Bank, I'm not sure if that rate's still correct at 146. It might be lower than that. I'm gonna have to check on that. I know Huntington's money market at Alexandria is at 0.08. We'll have to look up Parks again. One bank transfer February 8th was $10,000 from Park National Bank money market to the checking accounts. And that was to cover the first payroll in February before we got our monthly state PLF. And then that's all I have for transfers. So yes, bills to be paid would be next unless there's any questions.
All right, no questions. Let's, any issues with bills to be paid?
Just a curiosity, what's Quench?
That is our water supply that we get. We have water that our staff can use, drinking water basically. So it's filtered.
Okay.
And we pay
Okay,
that early.
Okay,
Yep.
All right, we need a motion to pay the bills.
I'll make the motion, Sussman. We pay the bill.
Ball. Second,
Okay, motion's been moved and seconded. So all those in favor of paying the bills, again, do you want to do this as roll call or just Jeff?
You can ask. We'll do a roll call for when we go into executive session, but
Okay, for this, we'll just do it regular. Okay, so let's just, all those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
Any opposed? Motion carries. We can pay the bills. All right, Mary.
Hey, our circulation report, total circulation is down 24%, but e-resources is up 71%. New patrons are down 61%. Reference questions are down 5%. Program attendance is up 10%. Internet use is down 74% and Wi-Fi use is down 28%.
Okay. Old
Mary,
business.
any thoughts on that? Just is it still pandemic, post-pandemic?
Pretty much, yeah.
Okay.
We're actually doing really well compared to other libraries.
Good.
In CLC, so.
yeah, I think Grandview Heights is opening it back up March 8th for in-person browsing. I can't remember if there are any others that announced in the past month that opened up for in-person browsing, but it's about half. Oh, Columbus
Yeah, Columbus
did open up.
this week.
Yeah, so they're slowly coming back on. It'll be interesting to see what our numbers are like when we get to, was it June, when we went to curbside?
Mhm.
So that will be a better comparison, I think, when we get to around the middle of the year.
All right.
Mary?
Any other questions for Mary? No? Okay, let's move to old business.
Modern library design. I know that we are going to redo the library tours. I do have dates for you. I will send those out through email. I don't have that in front of me right now. But there are a couple of dates we were looking at, and I will send that out after the board meeting to get those set up in March.
Okay.
Were there any questions with the contract? Calculating it out, if it takes 75 hours not to exceed, it's $13,125 for the services from library design. Now, part of that could come back to us and get discounted off of the furniture that we would purchase from them if we do go with the renovation and the levies passed and everything.
Oh, okay.
But that's the initial cost of their services.
We need the help, so
Fine with me,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yes.
I make a motion that we accept or approve, enter into whatever the verbiage is there, with the Library Design Associates for their services.
My only question to you is, do you want to have this come out of the building fund money or the general fund money?
I would think building fund.
Yeah, should it,
The architect design?
yeah.
Okay. Yeah, just make that part
I
of the
think we did in the
motion.
past. I think in the past
Yep.
was on the building fund. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
Do we need a second?
I'll second. Carolyn?
Carolyn?
All right. Got a motion, a second. All those in favor, please say aye.
Aye.
I,
Any opposed? Motion passes.
All right. So I will get that signed and over to Matt. And, I'll get dates out to the rest of the board to look at March dates for those library tours.
Thank you.
Okay.
Modified services. Mary and I talked briefly today, and probably not the time to increase hours or make any major changes within what we're doing operationally at this time. It is a good sign that the numbers are starting to come down, but until some of those restrictions for gathering and stuff like that are lifted, I think we need to currently just stay the course that we're at right now. I wanted to let the board know too that the state has purchased 2 million COVID test kits, like take-home kits, that they could pass out to residents to get a test kit, take home for COVID test. I'll be sitting in on a webinar tomorrow for OLC. They're going to try to make these available to pick up at libraries. You have to sign up to be a pickup location. So I'm going to sit through that webinar and see what the
Okay.
process is for that and see what we can get for Pataskala.
Cool.
Any questions on what services we're providing right now, or comments on our hours or anything?
I've been in a couple, 3 times, and there's always somebody there, but it's just not very active.
Right.
Yeah.
It's just,
We came close to our capacity one day when we did the pass out of the robotics, the STEM kits for the
Mhm.
works. We had to hold that inside, and we got up into the 30s. I believe we passed out 84, 85 of those STEM kits. They
Yeah,
brought
close to 85. Yeah.
85. So that's the only time we've come really close to our capacity limits.
And it was, we passed them out inside too. So a
Mhm.
lot of people had said that they hadn't been in since March.
Oh,
Yeah.
And there were a lot of people checking out items then too. So our programs really do bring in people.
mhm.
right. The budget issues, draft permanent budget.
So no changes from last month, but I'm going to make a recommendation to the board to not approve it tonight. It's not due to the county until March 31st. So
Okay.
technically we have another month to look it over. I just found out today that Scott is going to officially retire at the end of July. So that is going to make a little change in how my budget numbers look as far as employee salaries go. So I'd like to time to make that adjustment on that side. And then I'm going to talk a little under other about the server upgrade and stuff like that with his impending retirement. It's not official yet. He just came back in my office and said that's probably what he's going to pick, but I haven't got paperwork on it.
Okay, so no motion on that. We'll wait. We'll just pend it till next month.
Correct.
All right, new business.
I sent over Mike's evaluation. He's doing a great job for us. I think he's been here for 3 years now, Mary.
Yes.
Is that right?
Right before we joined CLC.
Yep. So he's been a great addition. Hard worker, comes in on time, does a great job for us. Were there any questions from the personnel committee?
Nope.
Okay. And then I'll also note that he elected to take an extra week of paid vacation and not a salary increase.
Good for him. All right. So we need a motion for that, or is there any further discussion? We need a motion then. Go ahead and accept that.
I'll make a motion that we accept that.
In a second.
Kathy?
Doesn't matter. I heard somebody else chip in. I can do second. I was getting ready to. I was thinking somebody else said it before me.
Okay, got it.
Okay, all those in favor of accepting Michael's evaluation, please say aye.
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 Any opposed? Motion carries.
Okay, I would just note to you, Gail, on that it looks like Vicky has logged off again.
Okay,
So she will
so
not.
do I put that, just note that?
Yeah, I just wouldn't put her in as a vote on that.
Oh, okay.
On that one. And she is connecting back now. So
So what do you want me to do?
no, you're fine.
It just keeps bumping me out.
Do we want to vote again then?
No, I think
Fine.
we still had enough
Okay.
members.
And this way we can give her a hard time about leaving. That's okay.
I said yes.
Vote
Oh,
every
wait,
you leave.
was that another 7 years? That-
That was for the secretary position.
Oh, good.
So the next item, I'm curious about this. Is this a real dinner? Tell us about this. Jim.
No, so that's a typo on the agenda there. I meant to put OLC trustee workshop, not dinner.
Oh,
So they're not having a dinner. There's a workshop that's going on. If any of the trustees are interested, it's more of a probably for trustees that are newer and want to know a little bit more about public libraries and what trustees should be doing and library funding. But it's an all-day workshop. So I just wanted to throw it out. Don't feel like you have to sign up for it. The library can pay for it. It is $40, and it's on March 6th.
But no free food.
No, it's all through Zoom. It's all through
Oh.
Zoom. So
Okay.
it's a long day too. It's 8:45 to 4:30.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Wow.
So
Well, I guess we'll say see Jeff if you want to go. I think we'll
All right.
do it that way.
yeah, the last day to sign up is 2/28. So we got about 4 or 5 days if you're interested.
5 days. Okay. Levy.
So I've been researching, reading. I still feel like so when we did it last time for the renewal, it was March when we originally sent over to the county auditor to assess our value of how much would raise if we did a renewal. So that's probably what we're going to be doing next month, is asking them to assess our value. And I just wanted to get a feel for, I'm still in the mindset of it should be a renewal with an additional $500,000 and not just a renewal this time around. And the hope is that additional $500,000 is what's going to propel us for our building, in a sense that that will cover our operations if we're able to pass a building levy. Or fund it some other way.
Makes sense.
I know it's going to be, I think it's going to be a tough contest in the sense that the real estate taxes that just came out and the reassessment that just came out this past month, a lot of people's real estate taxes went up 30, 40, 50%.
Yeah.
And I know it was hard to swallow for a lot of folks. And then, we had, both school districts, but Southwest Licking just passed their bond issue with the new building and all that. So I don't think it's going to be something that's easy, but I think it is something that's needed.
Jeff, you had said you were going to have someone assess it. You were going to send, when you first started speaking, you said something about the levy. And in March, we assess.
Right. So we sent it. It's just a assessment, a county assessment that we send over to the county auditor saying we want to know how much a 1 mil levy in our district will raise for the library.
Okay, thank you.
So, and the auditor comes back and says 1 mils in your area would produce this amount of money for the library. Currently, we bring in about 320,000 with our half mil. So if we do double it, I assume it's going to go up to about 640, 650.
Are there any other levies going on the ballot that you know of?
Not that I know of
Okay.
right now. I really haven't talked to the schools or anything about that. I should probably reach out to Casey over there, Perkins, and see if they have any plans, but I haven't heard anything.
You might also want to reach out to the mayor.
Okay.
Or just to see if there's anything in their world.
Yeah, and I'm not sure about the fire department either, but the mayor might know a little bit more about that. But after that's set up, I mean, we'll start talking about setting up a PAC to promote it, and we'll have to name a treasurer for that, and we'll see where that goes.
All right.
Any questions?
Well, you're doing the right thing, Jeff. Sounds like we're moving the right direction on that.
And if it doesn't pass in November, we have 2 more shots to pass it in the following year and to change course if we need to.
Okay. All right. At this point, we need to go into executive session, and we do have to have a roll call for that.
Yes. So I need a motion first.
So we need a motion to go into executive session. Can I have somebody move?
I will. I move Carolyn.
Second?
Sussman will second.
Okay,
This is for personnel reasons. So it's noted in the minutes. Hayes,
Aye.
Rummel,
Aye.
Elder,
Aye.
Sussman,
Aye.
Lee,
aye.
DeFall,
Aye.
Dalgarn.
Aye.
Did I get everybody?